sure you stay until the end. It will be worth it. You will see that, right? So it will be totally worth your time. All right, I see a lot of people are saying that they are ready, so we will start recordings, and then we will move from here. Hello, my name is Peter Gurney, and welcome to this revealed unstoppable traffic generation formula. So your step-by-step blueprint to access free traffic from Google, hundreds of keywords, and to make serious profits online. And on behalf of Precious, I want to welcome you to this webinar. This is only for Traffic Elixir members, and this is really to complement what you got with Traffic Elixir so you can make serious results with your business. So you can scale the business, get even more traffic, and most importantly, you will stay and train the new recruits. Get all day without you doing much. You can start to generate the traffic every single day. Now I want to start this webinar with just a brief introduction so you can understand why what I will share with you today makes a lot of sense, and also your perception of me, who I am, and why you should actually listen to what I'm saying, right? So this is me with my 5-year-old son, and the reason why I'm showing you this picture is because I started online in December of 2008 with no money, with 7 figures in debt, with 1-month-old son on my shoulders. I literally didn't have a place to live, and we had around $50 per week that we could spend on entire family, and that was my start of the online business. And obviously, I was deep in debt, so I couldn't afford anything. I didn't have any credit cards or whatever, so absolutely nothing in order to start my business. And of course, I struggled a lot. I didn't make a dime for the first 14 months. And one of the main reasons why I struggled so much was that I didn't know how to write in English. So you can hear right now my accent, right? And obviously, English is not my first language. But when I started online, I actually could talk. I actually could speak. It was miles away from where it is today, but I still could do that. What I couldn't do was I couldn't write a thing. And if you start something online, you know that you need to be able to create something, to write something, whether it's an article, whether it's a blog post, whether it's a social media update, whatever it is, you need to be able to do that. And I wasn't able to do that. I had to learn everything from scratch in order to do something online. And right now, this presentation, for example, is created entirely by me. So if you see some mistakes, obviously I still make them. But as you can see, maybe my English is much better today. So I made my first money in 2010 with Niche Website Network. And this is where I became very good at ranking websites in Google. And I was able to rank websites in Google faster and with around 50 to 75% less backlinks than any of my competition. So I had to actually work less in order to produce the same result that others did, with a lot of work, working every single day, 12, 16 hours per day in order to get result. I was able to do that with less effort, right? After that, I started my one-on-one niche business coaching program. I basically got a lot of requests about it. Based on those, I developed top training programs on SEO. And up to date, I have a company with my partner, Andy Fletcher, and we have over 40,000 customers. We develop different kind of software, and I still train a lot of people about SEO, about traffic generation, and social media marketing, and everything, how to produce, basically convert the traffic, convert the rankings to real profits in the bank account, right? So I want to start this training, now that you know who I am, I want to start this training with a simple question. The question is this: how many sites you currently have that are not getting any traffic and are not making any money? And in order to have some fun, I'm going to launch a poll. So you can type it on the screen, whether you have maybe 1 to 3 sites, maybe 4 to 10 sites, maybe 11 to 20, maybe 21 to 50, maybe 51 or more. Those are sites that you currently have. You pay for domain every single year, you pay for hosting, but they are not producing any kind of results for you. There's no money going backwards. So you just spend money, you just spend time, and there is no money at all. So let me know by typing on the screen. Just choose the answer. Don't type in the chat box. Just choose the answer on the screen, whichever it is, whether it's 1 to 3, 4 to 10, 11 to 20, 21 to 50, or 51 or more sites that you currently have, and they are not producing any income whatsoever, right? So just type in the answer on the screen, and we will close the poll in a moment. And you will see also the results. So it's going to be an interesting. So you can see that if you struggle right now to make some money, you can see that there are a lot of people that have the same problem. So we are here to solve the problem right from the beginning. So just type in the answer on the screen, whichever represents you. So think about all the domains that you have in a domain register, and every time you pay for them, 10, 15, 20, $25 per year for every single domain just to maintain them, and they are not getting back any kind of results with you. All right, so I'm going to close the poll, and I'm going to share results with you. And as you can see on the screen, we have 41% of people on this call that has between 1 to 3 sites, and they are not making any money whatsoever. So there's no traffic, there is no money. We have 36%, so it's in total, it would be 77% of people that has between 1 to 10 sites that is not generating traffic and making any money. Then we have 15%, which has between 11 to 20 sites. So in total, we have something like 92% of people on this call has between 1 to 20 sites that are not generating any traffic whatsoever and are not making any money. Yet people are spending time, effort, and money in order to maintain those domains, and that's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. So let me close the poll, and this is basically what I want you to think about now. You see these numbers, 1 to 20 sites, whatever it is for you, just think about that number. If you could turn that around, because that's exactly what we are going to do during this webinar. So what you will discover during this webinar is how to use Traffic Elixir to enable free evergreen traffic from Google. So you have a powerful tool in your hands. You don't know yet how powerful it actually is. You just think about a couple of hundred visitors you can generate from communities, but you don't realize how big power you have in your hands that you can just multiply and create evergreen traffic. That's what I will share with you during this call. You also are going to learn about social backlinking secrets to make your website immune to any update by Google and to generate constant traffic to your website. So let me know in the chat box if you want to make your site immune to any updates whatsoever. If you could know today that regardless what happens with Google, 2 years from now, your site will stick on the first page of Google, generating traffic, making you money. And I see a lot of yeses coming inside of the chat box. Another thing you will learn about during this webinar is my 4-phase strategy to total P1 domination for hundreds and even thousands of keywords, all bringing traffic and making profits. And when you will see how easy it actually is, you will be totally blown away how step by step you can apply that on those websites that is not making any money for you today and literally dominate page 1 of Google, get the traffic, get the rankings, and create an asset. Because remember, every single website becomes an asset that you can sell later on. And that's even the upside leverage of all the work that you are doing now. And somebody's asking, what is P1? P1 stands for page 1 on Google, right? P1 stands for page 1 on Google. So let me know if you are happy with the schedule and you are ready to dive inside of the content, so I can show you everything step by step, and you can take some notes and literally walk away from this webinar with a clear plan, what needs to be done on those websites that is not making any profits whatsoever. I see a lot of yeses coming in. Awesome. So let's talk about what's required for evergreen P1 rankings on Google. There are a couple of elements without which you can't expect to rank at all. You just literally can't. And that's why a lot of people are failing. That's why a lot of people are not getting the result they're supposed to get, right? So there are 3 ranking factors, right? Number 1, it's relevancy and structure, right? So it's relevancy and structure. Number two, it's high quality backlinks. Obviously, backlinks is a big part of rankings right now. No problem at all with that. So regardless, somebody says that backlinks doesn't matter anymore, it's totally false. Backlinks do matter, and I will prove that during this webinar. And the third element is branding. And branding actually becomes more powerful every single day as Google changes a lot of stuff. Recently, they did the authorship change on the Google search results. And obviously, all of that impacts branding status, right? Branding status for yourself and for your business. Also, what you need to understand is that there are 3 ranking factors, which you see right now on the screen, and there are also 2 ranking levels. And this is something that not a lot of people are talking about, right? So there are first, which is niche-specific ranking level. And niche-specific ranking level means that Google is actually determining the primary niche or category for your website. So Google looks at your website and they want to decide in which of the categories your website belongs to, right? It's just like in article directory. If you submit an article, you need to pick some top level categories and you need to drill down until the subcategory, and then you can post an article, right? The same actually happens behind the algorithm of Google, where they look at your website and think, okay, what this website could be about, which niche it really reflects. Because otherwise, your website would compete with every single website on the planet, but it's not the case. In that case, it wouldn't be possible for Google to determine which is the most relevant site, right? So they look at the categories and they figure out in which category to stick your website. And once they figure out that, then we can go to the next ranking level, which is what most people know about, what most people understand. It's keyword-specific ranking level. And this is where Google determines a specific keyword term you are targeting, and this is where Google checks individual words and other elements on the page to get really, really the big picture. And it looks like this. So you type in some keyword, and then it returns some results in Google. Let me know in the chat box if it makes sense. Type 1 if it makes sense. Type 2 if you do not understand what I'm talking about. All right, a lot of yeses coming in. Great. All right. So that's the first thing you kind of need to remember, because if you build a website, if you try to rank it on Google, you need to make sure that the niche level rankings are taken care of. Otherwise, you can't expect to get keyword level rankings at all, right? So now let's talk about those ranking factors. And the first one was relevancy. So relevancy means that Google clearly understands what's your website about. So niche where it has the potential to rank high and get traffic, and also which specific keyword groups it is targeting, right? So what is the niche you're targeting, and what is the specific keyword groups your website is targeting? And the relevancy basically is determined by a couple of factors, right? There are 2 factors. On-page factor, which is content on your site. So this is 100% in your power to construct the content in a way that would make your site relevant to a particular niche or whatever it is. And off-page with backlink sources and anchor text. So you have a huge control over that. You don't have a full control because obviously anybody can link to your website without even asking to you any permission or whatever, right? But you still have a large control because, as you know, we build backlinks, right? Everybody builds backlinks if they want to generate traffic from Google, right? So that's how relevancy gets determined. So on-page and off-page factors, and both of those you can actually influence, right? Then we have high-quality backlinks, which is the second thing, right? So there are 2 types of backlinks that you need to remember about, right? So backlinks with social influence, and there is backlinks with a high page rank. So you need to have balance between those. If you will not have balance, you will not rank and you will get penalized. Whichever update comes out, you will get hit, right? So you need to have a balance, reasonable balance between both of these, right? So backlinks with social influence basically comes from social networking or social bookmarking sites, which is Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Google+, and a bunch of others. And now that you have Traffic Elixir, you can use Google+ profiles and Google+ communities to basically drive those links and drive also obviously traffic. And also, the second thing where it comes from is pages with high social influence. And what this means, it means basically like this. This is a screenshot for one of my websites where you can see that we have links from social engaging pages. So links that are coming to our website comes from pages where there's a lot of sharing going on. So people are sharing on Google Plus, on Twitter, they are liking on Facebook the page, they are sharing on Facebook. So all of these social activities are happening, right? So that's one type of backlinks. And now that you have Traffic Elixir, as I said before, you have a high influence over this because using Google Plus, you can literally construct this Google Plus social engagement on any page you choose, whether you are building backlinks or it's on your own website, right? You can just quickly influence that and create consistent influence, which is even more important, right? And then we have high page rank backlinks, and they usually come from domains with Google's already approved authority. And PR is usually set from 0 up to 10. The higher the page rank, the more authority you get from a link, right? So if the page rank is number 8 or something like that, here's the screenshot from a couple of our sites. So if the page rank is very, very high, then obviously the link is much, much more valuable, right? So that's about high quality backlinks. And the final thing is branding. So we need to have branding in place. If we don't have that element, again, from that ranking factor, there's a lot of things that are happening behind the scenes. If you don't if you impact branding, there's a lot of good things happening. If you don't, then there's a lot of bad things happening. So we want to avoid that, right? So what's branding? For your website, it means basically an established authority in the niche and trust confirmed by multiple sources, right? And obviously, you can't have an established authority in the niche if you are just starting out. So I'll show you how to build one, but you need to kind of work toward that every single day. So in other words, who are you and who trusts you, right? Who are you and who trusts you? Google is searching for others to approve that you are a legit website, right? That you have, you don't build a website for spamming purposes. So they want to confirm that by other sources, and usually those other sources are what other people say about you in some of the social sites and things like that. So your goal, and at the same time challenge, is how to accomplish all 3 ranking factors fast so you can dominate P1 in Google and get evergreen traffic from hundreds or even thousands of keywords at the same time. So what do you want to learn this now step by step? Because we will go now through kind of the process step by step. So type 1 if you are ready for that. Let me know in the chat box. All right, a lot of yeses are coming in. Great. Good. Awesome. All right, so we will talk about 4 phases, and I really encourage you to take the kind of the key notes about this, because that's when you will be able to actually implement it on your sites afterwards, right? You will be able to implement this on your site afterwards. So the first thing that we need to talk about is on-page relevancy and structure. So when you build a website, you need to create a proper structure for it. So you want to build a homepage with 4 silo pages and categories. You want to build 3 to 5 content posts in each of the silo category, linking back to respective silo page. And what you want to do, you want to create unique content for the homepage and 4 silo pages. So in total, if you want to launch and establish kind of niche level rankings, you need to have 5 pages in total, right? And I will show you quickly how the structure will look like. So I have here a tool installed that actually does this automatically, but you can totally do this manually. I have done this for years, and I will show you later a website that that was built manually with no automation whatsoever. So we have the primary keyword here, which is the homepage. Then we have 1 silo page, another silo page, another silo page, and another silo page. And each of these silo pages are relevant to each other, and most importantly, they are relevant to the primary keyword that we are targeting right here. Let me know in chat box if you understand this basic concept. So we have 4 silo pages, each targeting different keyword, and we have the top level keyword that is targeting for entire website, right? And I see a lot of yeses coming in, which is great. All right, so that's the basic structure. And obviously, when we talk about posts, then obviously under each of those silo pages, you create additional keywords and additional posts that are going to link back to the top level silo, so you can actually kind of create an internal linking right from the day one. So from the day one, when you set up a website, when you build the relevance and everything else, then right from that day, you have the internal structure for each of these pages. And as you know, every single page is targeting 5 keywords, 1 primary, 4 secondary, and that's what you need to set up here inside of your WordPress blog. And as I said, you can totally do that manually. You can create just 5 pages, the homepage, and 4 top-level silo pages, and you can create the respective categories, and absolutely good to go, right? Absolutely good to go. So that's pretty much it when it comes to setting up the structure of your website, right? The next step, the next phase actually is create your brand name, and that's where most people make terrible mistake when they try to rank their sites and get some results. So the first thing that you have to do here is you need to decide what will be your brand name. And your brand name can be your website name, product name, your name or pen name or company name, whatever you choose. You need to make a decision what's going to be your brand name. So make a note right now that whenever you build a website, you need to make a decision about the brand name. What's going to be your brand name? And here's a little tip. If you are using exact match domains, EMDs, right? Then you want to use pen name or your name as a brand name, right? It will help you to stay safe from Google over optimization penalties. So just pay close attention. If you are using exact match domain, just type in the chat box 1 if you are using exact match domain. If you have at least 1 exact match domain in your kind of registrar right now. Now, I see a lot of people typing yes. So type 1 if it's yes, type 2 if you don't have any of those. And I see a lot of yeses. I haven't seen a couple of 2s as well, but mostly there are yeses. And somebody said I have over 400 of those. Right, so for those, you need to pick a brand name which is going to be not the keyword. So you want to pick the brand name that is your either pen name or company name or something like that, right? Next, you want to use your brand name to set up an announcement network. I call this announcement network, and I will share with you in a moment why I call it that way. An announcement network is basically a set of 10 to 15 Web 2.0 accounts where you can announce your content when you publish it on your site, right? So these are set up 10 to 15 Web 2.0 accounts to announce your content when you publish it on your site. For an announcement network, you can use the following sites. You can use Facebook and Twitter page, you can use YouTube channel, Google Plus page and profile, WordPress.com site, Tumblr.com site, Blogger.com, and there are many others. And all of these are completely free sites. You don't need to pay a dime in order to set up profiles for this announcement network. That's the beauty of this, right? You don't need to pay a dime in order to set them up, literally, right? So here's the action step. Since you have Traffic Elixir, then you use Traffic Elixir to announce your new blog post to Google Plus profile and related communities. This is where you are going to get instant traffic and the social proof that is so vital for Google in order to determine and put you in a high kind of ranking books, right? And also, if you have Immortality Ads add-on for Traffic Elixir, then you can automate your announcement to Tumblr, Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest as well. So now you have a whole set, right? The whole set of those sites where you can announce them automatically. As soon as you publish content on your site, then you can automatically do that, right? Absolutely. The important thing here is that you make sure that with every infiltration, whether it's with Traffic Elixir or other tool, you include social backlink with different anchor tags back to your site. So if you are doing something on Tumblr or WordPress or stuff like that, make sure you have a link coming back with different encode text background, right? So you know the same encode text posted, right? And when it comes to results, then obviously your brand name dominates search results. So this is instant authority in your niche, which is so vital. And if you are running some local businesses, then basically this is a quick and easy reputation management service. I'm not saying that it's a full reputation management service, but it's really quick and easy for as long as it goes with the Google first page rankings for the brand name. You will get social buzz about your new content, so you'll get instant traffic from Google Plus profile and communities, and also RSS syndication systems. And finally, you will get trust from Google that you are not a spammy site but an established brand, and it will boost your overall rankings across all pages and posts. So let me know in the chat box if this makes sense to you. So branded channel, very simple. You set up a profiles with your brand name as a profile name, and then you use Traffic Elixir or other tools or manually post and share the content that you publish on your website. So when you publish a blog post, you go and share that on Facebook, you go and share that on Google+, on Tumblr, on WordPress, on all of those sites. And this is the part that most people skip because they are lazy or whatever, they don't want to get results, but most people skip this part, which is why they struggle so much, and when they apply some real serious ranking stuff on their sites, they don't get any results. And if that happens, then basically it happens because there's this part not implemented properly on their sites, right? So it's very important that you do that. So we are done with 2 phases already. So we have done a lot of stuff, and because you have Traffic Elixir, as I said before, this second part is so easy for you. You can just fire it up and share content and schedule multiple sharings and create your social profiles pretty seriously with that tool, right? Now let's talk about social backlinking. This is where we are getting into some really core of this training, where you will learn some techniques that I believe not many people share online, right? So you need to create 2-level backlinks here, right? So the first level is going to be links from socially engaging pages. Remember we talked about that at the beginning? So this is the part where I will show you exactly how to make it happen, how to put that in place, right? And then you need to create SEO firewall. So these are links from strategic network of Web 2.0 sites. And SEO firewall, again, is very important for backlinking diversification, for traffic generation, and for your website establishment. So you can get evergreen traffic. So what we do here, if with Traffic Elixir, you can get instant traffic, but you are still limited. You need to do these postings every single day. You need to make sure that profiles stay safe. You need to make sure that your posts don't get deleted from communities. That what we do here is we use the same tool, but we are building an evergreen system. So you can then apply it over and over again, and it just gives you evergreen results. So let's talk about each level links. So here's what you need to do. So first, you need to go and you need to set up a gravatar.com account with your website email, which usually is info@yourdomain.com, or it can be admin@yourdomain.com, or webmaster@yourdomain.com, whatever you choose, right? So you go to gravatar.com, which is a free service again, and you set up the free account. Next, you complete the profile, make sure some picture shows up, and also you add your official links to Google Plus page, to Facebook, to Twitter, to YouTube, so to entire announcement network. Now, let me know in the chat box in type 1 if you know what Gravatar is. If you don't know, type 2. All right, a lot of people are not using Gravatar, which is really kind of bad, right? You need to use Gravatar. It's very important. It's a WordPress integrated commenting system, and you need to have that in place. And don't worry, I will show you the profiles in a moment. You just need to remember gravatar.com. Go there, set up a profile for your website. Make sure you provide all the information there, and you will be good to go, all right? Very simple. Free account, nothing to pay here, No worry whatsoever. Next step, you need to set up discuss.com account with your website email. And again, same email you use, and again, you complete the profile and you add official links. So discuss.com is another commenting system that is very, very popular by a lot of webmasters, bloggers, website owners. So you want to make sure you set that up as well. And again, all you have to remember here is discuss.com. That's where you go. That's where you create a free account. There is nothing to pay for, and just set up everything, all the profiles and everything else there. And it's pretty self-explanatory. So I will show you that in a second, right? So if you go here, then I will show you. I have one website here, and as you can see, I have this pen name, which is Joshua Hampton. I have a little bit of profile, and this is on Gravatar.com, right? As you can see right here, it's on Gravatar.com. And somebody's saying they can't see. Can you see my screen right now? Just type it in the chat box. Somebody say they can't see it. Yeah. It seems that everything's working. The majority of people are seeing it, so it's probably on your end something, right? So you basically set up this Gravatar account. So you go sign up for the Gravatar.com account. You provide all these profiles, all this information. You provide a profile image, and as you can see, this is my image right here. And I'm using the pen name Joshua Hampton for this particular website, right? And I have all the website links, everything else, absolutely, right? So very simple and straightforward. And the same is with discuss.com. Again, you go to discuss.com and you create, again, the profile, you provide all the information, you provide the link to your site, everything, right? So again, self-explanatory. Here's the link to my Twitter, Google+, and Facebook. Everything is posted here, right? Very simple, very straightforward. Let me know if you understand this part, and you will know where to find discuss.com and Gravatar.com. So Gravatar.com, discuss.com, set up a profile, unique profile for each website, use your pen name, right? Use your website official email, and you are good to go, all right? Good. A lot of people typing yes, so good stuff. All right. Here's the action steps for you. So now that you have these profiles set up, right, they are ready. You have done everything for them. So once you have them ready, then all you have to do is you leave around 15 to 20 high-value comments on authority blogs in your niche with your Gravatar account, and the same with your Discuss account, right? And I know that a lot of people might ask, okay, where do I find these blogs? You just go to Google or to Google Blogs or Technorati or social media sites, and you search for people that are kind of in a high-level niche talking about something related to your niche, right? You don't need to find exact blog that, for example, is targeting the same keyword that you are targeting, and then you try to leave a comment there. You don't need to do that. You need to find a high-level authority blog in the niche, in the sector. So, for example, if I would have a cooking site, then I can go to any site that talks about cooking, cookbooks, whatever, right? I don't need to look for the site that is targeting specific keyword in my kind of niche. I don't need to do that, right? The same is, James is asking, how does commenting work in local niches? The same is absolutely for local niches. Each local niche has a high profile. For example, if you are doing something like, I don't know, some realtors or something like that, then you can search for any kind of real estate blogs. Or if you do some, I don't know, plumbers or whatever, you can search for some construction or home, I forgot the category right now, but something about home environment and something like that. So the high level niche, you don't need to kind of worry about finding exact keyword, because it's going to be really tough, and nobody will approve those comments. Most likely those are SEO optimized blogs, and they know what you are doing, so they don't want to approve the comment, right? Therefore, you will want to find a high level blog where everybody is leaving comments, and you just leave them there as well. Now, remember, for example, if you look right now, I'm telling you 15 to 20 high value comments. So there is no need to go and create hundreds of comments, or don't think about about going to some Fiverr or ordering some these software blasts or commenting. That's worthless. It's not going to create an effect that we are building right here. What you want to do is post them manually. You don't need to do them right now on the first day, but let's say within 20 days or within 15 days or within 2 weeks, you do this, right? That's about it. It will work for any type of site whatsoever, and you will see that the importance of this part is so important. I can't stress that enough. It will totally change the game for you if you will do this simple step. Let me know in the chat box if it makes sense. Type 1 if it makes sense, if you understand. That's why I'm kind of stopped here, because I want you to take away this. I want you to understand how important this is. Most people don't do this, that's why they fail over and over again. Most people don't do this, that's why they worry about Google updates and everything like that. I have never penalized by Google updates because I do this stuff. I make sure that my website is taken care of, so I have no risk whatsoever, right? Another here, in addition to this, since you have Traffic Elixir, again, this is a very powerful way how to use it. You can start to syndicate your own blog posts or pages to Google Plus communities to collect social votes. And you can do absolutely the same for your profiles. You can kind of post your old blog post to your profile and build the authority, profile authority, absolutely the same way. So you collect those Google Pluses because they will later sum up for your results, right? You will start to see massive results, and these are small elements that make these results so effective, right? Very important. So again, Traffic Elixir very useful here. So here's what you can get. First and foremost, it will give you secure anchor text profile, right? It will give you no follow backlinks. It will give you backlinks from socially engaging pages, right? So you will get secure anchor text profile if you will do this, right? And most importantly here, you will take all of these in order to make your website immune to any Google updates. Because you will do this simple step that requires maybe 3 minutes per day for 2 weeks in order to make it happen, makes your website immune to Google updates. You see what's on stake here? Very powerful stuff. And I have everything to prove. I will prove my point here. So don't worry about it. Right? But it's very important. That's where you make your site immune so nothing can destroy it. Nothing. Of course, if you will do something crazy later on and will blast 20,000 extra or backlinks to your money site, then of course it will go down. But if you will not do crazy stuff like that, right, then you can be safe when you do this. John is saying, like, use GSA. Exactly. That's another one, right? So there is a lot of stuff like that you can just blast like crazy. Kind of looks tempting, right? Because I will get all those backlinks and maybe Google will rank me, and then boom, you get hit and nothing happens, right? Chris is asking what GSA. Just type in GSA SEO in Google and you will find it. It's one of the softwares that blasts a ton of backlinks. I don't remember exactly the name for it anymore. So that's done with the step number 1. Very simple, very straightforward, no problem whatsoever. So next is SEO firewall. SEO firewall, that's a little bit of more work. I want to warn you about that, but the upside leverage again is massive. The upside leverage is massive. So the purpose of SEO firewall is to protect your website from any spammy links and to enhance the backlinking profile, right? So protect your site and enhance the backlinking profile, right? And somebody says sound is gone. Let me know in the chat box if you can hear me well, just to make sure that I'm not talking here alone. All right, I see a lot of yeses, so good, all is good. Let's move forward, right? So here's what you need to do. You need to find 4 secondary keywords for each of your silo pages. And here's the tip. You should have 4 silo pages per website. So in total, you need to have 16 unique keywords anyway. And as you saw in my previous structure, I actually have them. And you want to create a spreadsheet with all those keywords in it and call it traffic generation networks. And the reason why I call it, it makes it easier later to manage it. So let me show you a quick preview so you can understand what I'm talking about here. So I have here this spreadsheet, and if we go back to my site, to my sample site here, right, then we have these high level silo pages here, right, based on this structure. And when we open this up, I have here what I call the secondary keywords. So what do you want to do? You want to copy and paste these secondary keywords in here, right? Just take all of them, one by one, all 60. Just copy and paste them on the spreadsheet, right? And as you can see, it's very simple spreadsheet. There is nothing into it. It's very straightforward. I would just copy 4, but remember, you should have 16 in total, right? And if you look here, I have 4 here, and 4 here, and 4 more here. So in total, I have 16 keywords, right? Right? Make sense so far? 16 keywords in total. It doesn't matter whether you are using this software to manage your site or you do it manually. It doesn't matter, really, seriously. It doesn't matter. In this point, it doesn't matter absolutely. You can do the same step by step by creating these keywords, and they will not look so fancy as it looks now, but they will still do the same thing, right? So now we have these 4 keywords here, and obviously we will have 16 keywords in total. I'm not going to waste time just to copy and paste because I'm sure everybody knows how to do it, right? So now let's move forward with the next step. And the next step is using those keywords, create a Web 2.0 accounts for each of it. So in total, you will have 16 accounts. And here's the tip. You don't need to do all of that by yourself, right? You can use Fiverr to get it done quickly. It will cost you $5 to get it done, right? And I'm totally sure that $5 is less valuable than the time that you will spend in order to create 16 accounts, right? I'm sure everybody understands that on this call, right? So you create a Web 2.0 account for each of it. So in total, you will have 16 accounts, and you want to use Fiverr to get it done quickly. You use accounts like LiveJournal, WordPress, Tumblr, Blogger, Blog.com, Typepad, and a bunch of other sites, right? A bunch of top Web 2.0 sites. Also, there's a very important thing. When you create these Web 2.0 sites in your traffic generation network, they are not linked with your name or your website at all at this point, at the beginning. They are not representing you in whatever manner you think, right? They should act as real backlink sources and not websites that you control. Remember when we talked about announcement network, when we talked about branded accounts? That's where you put all your information in. You show that these accounts are yours, right? They belong to you. When you create traffic generation networks, you don't show that. You just create random accounts. That's about it. Make sense? Type 1 if you understand what I'm saying. The difference. Yeah, a lot of yeses coming in. Good. Right. If you followed along, you understand. If not, please watch the replay. You will find it. You will find the answer. So let me show you a quick preview. If you look back to our spreadsheet, this is what we would do. So for this keyword, we would create a site, let's say WordPress.com, right? For this site, we would create blogspot.com, right? For this site, we would create Tumblr.com. For this site, we would create LiveJournal.com. And then for next keyword, there would be Typepad.com, etc., right? There are 16 sites in total. So you create a spreadsheet so you have everything organized, where you have all the keywords and you have all the sites that you want. All right. Yeah, there will be a replay of this webinar, so no worries. You will be able to watch the replay entirely. Brian is asking, how do you combine keywords with 2.0 site? In two ways. Let me show you actually. One way is you go to the site called nowem.com and you type in the keyword here. For example, let's say teaching kids about money, right? You type in it like this. You remove spaces here. And I would remove this about word as well. I would say teach kids money. And I would check it here, and I would see whether some of the profiles I want are actually available. So for example, Delicious is available, Pinterest is available, Tumblr is available, YouTube is available, Reddit is available, Facebook is available, and then we can go and check some other sites, right? We can click here, and there is a bunch of other sites that we can check. And as you can see, there is a lot of available here, right? Discuss is available as well. Typepad is available. WordPress, unfortunately, is gone, so you need to change a variable for that. And that's how you can do it, right? John is saying, I'm out. Boss is breathing down my neck. Okay, John, watch the replay later on. No worries. So now you can see they are available, and what it means, you can actually create the username with this keyword in it, right? So when you create, for example, a site WordPress.com, you can use that keyword as a username. So you will have an actual website, which is going to be like teachkidsmoney.wordpress.com, right? Something like that. All right, makes sense? That's the number one thing. The number two thing is just optimizing for this keyword. So when you ask somebody on Fiverr to create an account, you say to them, create a title with this keyword, create a description with this keyword, and put this keyword somewhere on those sites. So when we go here, let's say when you create a Tumblr account, then somewhere on the Tumblr you put those keywords in. So they are kind of optimized for that keyword, right? That's it. Nothing more to it. Don't need to overcomplicate it. You can't do anything wrong at this point. If you don't mention your name anywhere on these sites, if you don't mention your website, you can't do anything wrong. Whatever you will take, whatever steps you will take, you will make sure it's going to work. There's no problem whatsoever, right? So create a title and create a description, Roger. There's nothing more to it. Basically, on each of those sites, you can define the default title, default description, maybe default keywords. No, it's $5 on Fiverr for entire 16 accounts, right? So for entire 16 accounts, you will pay maybe $5, right? Paul is asking, do you create all of these for each keyword? No, we create per keyword per site, and that's about it. Keyword per site and nothing more, right? All right, so let me move forward. I think it's pretty clear so far. All right, so next what you need to do, you need to set a publishing schedule for each account in your TGN. So you decide how often you are going to publish posts there, whether it's going to be once per day, once per week, 2 times per week, etc., right? And let me just actually show you this. So what you would do, this is going to be Monday, let's say every Monday, right? This is going to be Tuesday and Friday, right? This is going to be once per week. This is going to be every 2 days, etc., right? That's how you set up the schedule. You decide, you basically put it in your calendar that you need to post something here, 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 here. And you have the reminder in the calendar so you stay on the track. You don't lose actually momentum, right? Because most people get kind of, taken away by something. They don't execute this, and there's no point to do this once if you don't do it in a system, right? Very, very important. Next, you start to syndicate relevant trending content. So it shouldn't be unique at all. So it's basically a curated content. So relevant, trending, curated content, right? With each syndication, you include keyword plus real text and core text backlink to the most relevant page on your site. That's about it, right? So you start to syndicate relevant, curated, trending content, right? Something that people are talking about in a top level on your niche. You create a nice curated post on that, and I will show you later on during this training how to actually do that. And then you just syndicate that to those sites, and you include keyword with the real anchor text and some real text. For example, what I mean by real text is click here to check out about. That's a real text, right? What you don't want to do if you are targeting, for example, weight loss, how to lose weight fast, if that's the keyword that you are targeting, you don't want to create an anchor text, how to lose weight fast. You don't want to do that, right? You want to include something else with that anchor text, so there is no over-optimization, right? Make sense? Let me know in the chat box if it makes sense. Type 1 if you understand this, type 2 if you don't. We have a few two answers as well, so make sure you watch the replay. This is where you will find out more. I think I might be going fast because we have a lot of content and I just don't want to waste your time at all. So when you go through this, you will understand it. It's very simple, very straightforward. If you will map out your entire website, you will totally get it. You will totally get it, right? So what kind of results you can expect from this? So first and foremost, Google loves curated content with links to authority sites. So basically, each link to your site will be like a relevant authority link. Because when you create a curated post, it actually links to some other sites. And when you publish that curated post on Web 2.0 sites, then your backlink is surrounded with backlinks to authority sites. So it kind of gets the authority that nobody actually talks about, but it is very, very important for your results, right? Next, you're going to get traffic from RSS feeds, because each blog, which content you use for curation, will get notified via alerting systems like Google Alerts and RSS feeds and other pinging services, and that will bring traffic to your site. So that's a side benefit, right? And Morris said the light bulb just went on. Awesome, great, awesome stuff. Finally, by diversifying backlinking profile, and that's something very, very important with this level 2 backlinks, you create a perfect off-page relevancy, and you set your website for P1 rankings once high page rank backlinks get enabled. You basically have done everything that is required in order to just get your website ranked, to push that, to make the last push, so your website gets evergreen backlink, evergreen rankings on the first page of Google, right? It's so important. Most people, when they build a website, they first of all don't have a structure, they don't have brand, they don't have link profile diversification enabled at all, and they just blast some high value backlinks and they wonder why they are not ranking. That's not how Google works. That's not how it works these days. You need to create a diversification a little bit in order to make results, in order to generate results. So at this point, you have a proper on-page relevancy and structure. You have established brand and instant traffic channels. You have established social backlinking profile and off-page relevancy to make your site immune to any updates. Look how much we have done in the last 15 minutes alone. Type 1, if you are if you get some ideas, get some concepts that you will apply on your website. From all of this, we have been talking now for about 50 minutes about these steps, about the strategy, step by step. So you don't need to look around. You don't need to search for a bunch of stuff, but you can just focus on what matters, really. Awesome. Daniel is saying, blown away with ideas. Great. Richard is saying, excellent step by step. Awesome. That's good. Jeffrey says, wow, totally have system now. That's great. That's awesome, because you can literally put this in place after this webinar and you will see dramatic results, like serious results, if you will go through this. Awesome. Good. Thank you. All right, so let's move to the last phase. The last phase is high PR backlinks. And high PR backlinks basically is high page rank backlinks, and it's still the most powerful weapon you can use to claim P1 rankings on Google. When you combine high page rank backlinks with on-page relevancy that we just talked about, with with everything that we talked about up to this point. When you combine that, your website is like a stone on first page of Google. Nobody can touch it. Nobody can come close to it. They can build backlinks all day long. They will not get to it because they will never, ever understand what you have done in order to make it happen. Make sense? Like if a lot of people are blasting hundreds and thousands of backlinks, you clearly know that they are ranking because of backlinks. You are not doing that. You have maybe a couple of backlinks here and there, right? But the overall result will be just dramatic in comparison. And people will be searching why you are ranking. They will try to spy on you and everything else, and they will not get to you at all. They will not get to you at all. So let me show you the effectiveness of high page rank backlinks when you do things right. All right? Show you a real website. So first of all, I want to show you that I have done everything for this website. This website is called, let me find this, it's called cookingclassessandiego.ca.com. This is a real website. I actually built this website in front of live audience, right? So people on the webinar saw how I was building this website step by step, right? Literally every single thought process, what I did for this website. And I didn't have a tools like this where I can build the structure, everything automatically. I did absolutely everything manually. I did absolutely everything manually. But we do have a Gravatar account, we have a Discuss account, we have all of this in place. So now let's check the backlink profile for this site. So if we look at the, let's say, all backlinks, right? I just want to make it clear. If you look at the all backlinks, then we have around 550 backlinks in total, right? Just let me know in terms if you can see that. We have 550 backlinks in total, right? Now, if you look here, you see this number, 479 backlinks. And actually, to make it more simple, we want to look at the backlink per domain, not so much about the total backlink count. So let's look at the backlink per domain. So we have 54 backlinks here, right? If you look per domain. And these backlinks are no follow. What means no follow? It means that they don't pass the page rank. They do count, but they don't pass the page rank at all. If you look here, we have only 22 backlinks that are do follow, only 22. And if I enable all backlinks, just to make it clearly understandable, we have 61 do follow backlinks in comparison to 479 backlinks here. Can you imagine where these 479 backlinks are coming from? Can you guess? You see the social engagement on these pages? 72 Google Pluses, 519 tweets, 4.9K likes, 3.2K shares. Any ideas? Web 2.0 sites? Yes. But most importantly, they come here from Gravatar and Discuss. We have 21 comments here. We have a little bit more comments here, maybe 90 comments here in total. But these backlinks are coming from those sites, from those 15 to 20 comments that you will leave on your sites. Those are going to come from there. And when you look at the total profile, 61 backlinks are counting toward real ranking power because they are passing the page rank. But in total profile, when Google looks at a total profile, they see, oh, this is a real website. There is 500 backlinks coming from a bunch of different pages which are related, which are socially engaging, which are real websites. Does this make sense? Do you understand the power of this? Yeah, of course. And then when you have this in place, when you enable sites like this, for example, which is from my own private network, where I have page rank number 4, and I put links in a proper article, and I do some shares and everything else, and I put links back to my website, That's where my website is ranking for a ton of money keywords on the first page of Google. These are all money keywords. Right? If you think about the value of those keywords, here are the money keywords, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, a couple of them. And here you can see the traffic estimates, and here you can see costs per click value. Right? And if we look at a total, we have 452 keywords ranked in Google for the past month. And if you look here, let's try to put on 100 or something. You see the 100 keywords, here are 100 keywords on the first page of Google, right? Then let's put it more there. And we have maybe around 150, 130 keywords in total for this website on the first page of Google. And if you wonder how I'm making money from this, and just look at this traffic potential, that's a 9,729 visitors have been displayed this website. It doesn't mean traffic all to the site, but if I would work and optimize everything properly, I would have an opportunity to access this traffic with this website. Right now, I'm getting 514 clicks from these keywords, but if I would want to optimize, I would get part of this traffic, large part of this traffic, right? And if you wonder how I'm monetizing this, I'm generating leads. Here are my leads. Like every other day, I get some real requests. For example, check this out. You are listed. This is some promotion, but let's look here. I'm 22 years old, trying to cook. I know the very basics, so not much. A beginner's course would be great. It's a real website, real person requesting access. And each of these leads are worth $100 to $150 to me. You see how it all comes together and how very simple backlinking makes everything happen when you set it up properly. Type 1 if you see that. Yeah, a lot of yeses coming in, right? You create diversification that nobody can destroy because you have like 600 links coming from social engaging pages. Nobody can flag them as whatever, you know, I don't know, some spam or whatever. Nobody, right? And there is just maybe a couple of backlinks that really pushes a website to the top, like this one, for example, right? Really pushes the website for the top rankings. Very simple, yet very powerful way to get results, all right? So the question is where to get high PR backlinks. So you saw the comparison. So we have 600 backlinks there. We have 61 on another side, and those 61 are coming from high PR sites, also press release sites, right? But mainly from high page on the sites. So there are a couple of options for you. Option number 1 is you can build your own private blog network, and let me give you a real step-by-step guide how you can do that. Today, you can walk away from this training and have this blueprint in your hands and just literally crush any rankings you want. Absolutely any you want. I don't care what you want to rank, right? If you will put this in place, you will get results, right? So first, you want to use a GoDaddy auction to find and purchase high PR domains. And usually we use a registercompass.com to find them quickly. And average costs per domain is between $35 to $300, and sometimes we actually pay even more, but that's on average, right? So let me show you how I'm doing this in a very simplistic way. So we go to Register Compass, we log in there, and just yeah, John is saying $1,000. Yeah, I have paid a lot of for high page rank like PR 5, 6, 7, and sometimes even more. You pay. Yeah, page rank 6, yeah, definitely. You pay more, definitely. So give me some keyword in the chat box that you want to check right now. Just give me some keyword right now. I will just type in whatever it is. Right? Dating, somebody's saying. All right, dating is very competitive niche, but let's find dating. Right? So what do we want to do? We want to check a couple of domains here. We want to check quality page rank. We're going to search for domains, right? So now we have 97 domains in auction. Here you can see the domains. There is 1 expiring, there is 6 expired, and there is 97 in auction. So we can check those 97 right here. We can sort everything by page rank on top. And then we can look. For example, here's the domain onlinedatingfollow.com, right? This is PR3. There is some backlinks right now as well, majestic SEO backlinks and everything else. So you can check it out. You can go and check it out on Ahrefs, for example, or you can just go and try to bid for it. And obviously there is a bunch of steps you can implement, and you can just type in, for example, 50. It's going to expire after 7 days, so there will be more competition for it, obviously, but that's how you would essentially do it. You would review different kind of domains, and as I said, dating is very competitive niche. A lot of people are going after it, so it's not so easy to find domains, but you can still find them. As you can see here, you can find, this is $12 right now, this is $12 as well, $32 as well. Let's see, this is page rank 2, some backlinks as well. So again, you can just go here, and there is already some people are bidding for it. So you can start to bid for it as well, right? So that's the step number 1. You can also look at expired domains. Sometimes you can pick up some really good expired domains that still has a valid page rank. Now, I'm not saying that they are going to be super powerful, but they will make an impact for you definitely at some point, right? The best is obviously to pick something from auction. That's what I have found by building my own network over and over again, right? So that's how you do this with Registered Compass. Quickly find the domains. Next, you go and get standard shared hosting. So this is very important. A lot of people are buying these SEO hostings. They do not really work so well anymore. Instead, what you want to find pretty cheap shared hosting, right? That is on different IP address, right? That is, the best is to use different hosting companies with different data centers, right? And cost is between $30 to $85 per year, right? That's something that we usually pay for, right? And so you want to make sure that there is a different IP address for every single domain that you build inside of your network, right? The next step is you build a website with homepage plus 4 related categories. So you publish original, unique content for the homepage. You create automatic internal linking from each post respective top-level category and homepage. And cost is either do it yourself, or you pay someone between $50 to $80. It really depends what you do, but essentially that's somewhere where the costs are coming out, right? That's somewhere where the host costs are coming out. Now, if you look at a quick costs breakdown, then you have a domain name, which will cost you between $35 to $300. You have shared hosting, which will cost you between $30 to $85 per year. You have a website setup cost, which is going to be between $50 to $80. It depends on what actually you do. So total, you will spend between $150 to $435 per site on average, right? That's what you will spend per site inside of your own private blog network, right? For a single money site, you need on average between 7 to 12 private blog network sites. This is not a definite number. Sometimes it works with 3, but it's on average. I have found that 7 to 12 makes it just rush to the first page of Google very easily. So if you look at the cost, that 7 to 12 sites times $115, so it's going to be between $812 to $1,380, and that will have an average of PR1 to PR4 sites, that kind of network. And then you can build a super network, which is going to be between 7 to 12 sites, and the cost will be around $435 per site. So you will invest $3,000 to $5,000 to have a super network with PR5 to PR9. That's on average. I'm not saying that you're going to get it always for that cheap, but that's on average what I have found out. Obviously, the more competitive the niche, the more harder it is, right? The more competitive the niche, the more harder it is. Now, regarding shared hostings, you can search Google. There are a ton of forums that offer that as well. Just you want to make sure that you know that these hostings are located in different data centers. You can use Europe, data centers in Europe, right? In different locations. You don't need to focus on the US. We actually use a lot of kind of data centers outside of the US. So there is no kind of correlation whatsoever with our money sites and stuff like that. So it's very important that you have different IP address and different hosting, standard shared hosting, nothing more, right? John is saying Ukraine. Yeah, Ukraine is great. Exactly. We use that as well. So another way where you can get high PR backlinks and basically get your rankings fast is get access to my P1 port system. And what is P1 port system? P1 port is a completely integrated Google traffic system. So starting from a fully integrated software and step-by-step training up to extremely targeted and relevant high paging network with hundreds of high PR websites. So all of these sites are really kind of constructed in a specific way. So each PR website in P1 Port Network is assigned to one of the 29 big categories and highly relevant subcategory, giving you the most effective high paging backlink for your money site. So we highly monitor relevancy to make sure that the backlink that comes to your website is really relevant. You get a relevant backlink. Every single high PR domain in the network is handpicked by me with page rank from PR1 up to PR8. They are built on hundreds of different shared hosting servers, each having unique IP address and different data center. All sites are with unique homepage posts, and most of them have social big backlinking system in place. So what you saw about traffic generation network for your money site, we actually do that for every single site in our high page rank network. So we make the sites look as real as possible, as real as humanly possible. You can run P1 port syndication from P1 port platform, and this is good if you are running, for example, some HTML or Joomla or some other platform sites, or you can use our P1 ACE plugin to have the entire network accessible from within your WordPress dashboard. So you can literally access all those high page rank sites from within the WordPress dashboard. You don't need to log out or anything like that. You just do everything from one place. So let me show you quickly how all of this works. So basically, you have two options for posting. One is you can go to p1port.com and you can, once you have an account there, you can start to do syndications from there. And when I click here, add new syndication, it's going to open this box where I can type any article I want. So let's say I have here just a demo article, so I can just copy and paste it. For example, if I want to publish something about child, then what I can do, I can just copy, for example, article like this. And obviously in this demonstration, I'm not going to do the full article, but basically you would post the proper article here, and then you would, for example, set up whichever word you want to use for your anchor text. You can just do that, right? So you can, whatever, for example, children, like this, you can set up as an anchor text going back to your website. So let me find this. So you set up this, let's say kidsaremylife.com. So this is going to be going back to my site. I pick a category, whichever I want. For example, home and family. I can pick whichever subcategory I want. For example, early childhood education. So I set up all of these, I check everything, my link is there in place, and I just click save, right? And now it's going to be submitted for approval, and within 48 hours we approve and we syndicate that and put it on the most relevant site on your for your blog, right? Next option that you have is you can use P1 ACE plugin, and in P1 ACE plugin you can go to accounts, and this is a big system. You can go to accounts and you can basically add unlimited accounts for example, in the P1 port system, right? And right now I have deactivated, so I need to reactivate that again. But if I would reactivate that, I would have access to all the sites within P1 port network. And then what I can do, I can create a schedule. And in that schedule, I will be able to create content right away, right? So I can pick any date, whichever year I want, and I can schedule a post in that date, right? So basically what I can do here, I can start to create curated content, and I would just type in, for example, the title that I want. I click spin, and it's going to spin the title, and then I can copy, for example, the first paragraph here, or create the paragraph here, and then I can click this and spin the thing. So I have it as unique as possible. So there is no, duplicate content issues whatsoever. I can just preview this, so you can see that. I can generate new. I can check with CopyScape to make sure that it's unique or it's not unique. And in this case, there is no matching found. And I can then add another paragraph. And now what I can do here, I can search YouTube for, let's say I want to search something about bullied child, and I go to the YouTube here, I type in the keyword, I do the search, and it's going to find different keywords for different videos for me, right? And I can just take whichever video I want, and it's going to add that video. Let me just add this. It's going to add that video on the page, right? And now if I look at the preview, now it's going to build inside with the video, right? Then I add another paragraph, and now I can access other content sources. For example, I can look at Google News, and I can search for the same keyword and find something new in Google News. So I can select that content part, right? I can delete, for example, this part, and I can just select spin this, right, and make it unique. And that's going to be curated content with link back to the actual source, right? So if you look at the preview, that's how we build it out. Generate new version, we can check with the CopyScape, and it's going to be pretty unique. There's no matching results. So that's how you build paragraph by paragraph. You build content that is highly relevant, that is curated, and obviously you include in some of those paragraphs, you include backlink back to your site. So you would whatever select this part, and then you would collect this one, and you would select whichever account you want to use, and you would select basically backlinks, or you would select encore text, whichever you want to build. There's an encore text builder in here, so you select that, and you can search all the categories, or you can search all the posts in last days, and just quickly select that and make that as an encore text. And then once you're happy, you just push for distribution. There are a couple of settings you need to provide here, and once you are done with those settings, then pretty much it goes out right here to the P1 port system, and it's going to build high page rank backlinks for you, absolutely on autopilot. You don't need to build anything. You don't need to think about it. It's going to do everything for you. And there's a lot of modules here, and I will explain those modules, what each of them do, so you can understand exactly how P1 port works. So basically, it works in a couple of steps. So step number one, using P1 Ace plugin, you pick the most relevant P1 port category and subcategory for your site. Step number two, you're using content sources within P1 Ace. You create trending related curated post with anchor text backlink back to the page or post on your money site. Step number three, with the push of a button, you submit your content to P1 port. And step number four, our P1 port team reviews the post and approves it within 48 hours. And once approved, it gets published on the most relevant high page rank website, and you get permanent high PR backlink back to your site. That's how it works. And speaking about P1 Ace, which I just showed you in a moment, so P1 Ace is the most powerful website ranking software on WordPress. It semi-automates 3 ranking factors we talked about to rank your website on P1 on Google. It runs with 5 core modules. It's like everything in one place. You don't need to go anywhere else to get your website ranked. You do everything from one place. So module number one, P1 integrations. With P1 integration, you can connect your system with third-party services like your most favorite content spinners. And I know for Traffic Elixir, you are using Spin Rewriter, which is also something we highly recommend. It's really, really awesome. fast backlinking indexing systems, you get backlink monitoring systems, you get content quality checking systems, all under the one module, so you don't need to run around or search for anything anywhere, right? Then you get module number 2, which is P1 account management. So from a single screen in your WordPress dashboard, you can manage entire announcement network with all of your website brand web 2.0 sites in there. You can manage entire traffic generation network with SEO firewall sites, including self-hosted sites. You can get instant access to entire P1 port network with hundreds of high page rank websites that you can use to rank your website quickly. Module number 3 is P1 announcement distribution. So announce your newly created blog post to your brand network. You can run a completely unique snippet for each site within your announcement network. You can create different length of your snippet for each property within your announcement network, and you can automate and context variations to squeeze out maximum ranking power from every single syndication you will do. We also have module number 4, which is P1 SP schedule. With P1 SP schedule, you can generate backlinks from unlimited Web 2.0 sites within your traffic generation network. With one click, you can access trending content sources, so you never need to create content for backlinking again. You can use Encore Text Builder to distribute your backlinks to all pages posted within your site. You can schedule content publishing to any day, month, or year. You also get module number 5, which is P1 reporting system. So with P1 reporting system, you can get exact URLs of pages where the backlinks are coming from. So no more guessing when and what kind of backlinks has been created for your site. You can get full export functionality in case you need to report to your local business customers, or you want to know whether your VAs have done the job on time. And obviously, in addition to the software, you get excellent video documentation with detailed step-by-step guidance on how to enable P1 port on your website so you can experience page 1 rankings on Google and traffic from hundreds and hundreds of keywords at the same time. With P1 port system, you can claim P1 rankings in Google and generate thousands of visitors for any type of website, whether it's an affiliate website, local business website, own product website, authority website, list building website, and the list goes on and on. You can generate traffic for your Amazon product listings, for your YouTube videos, whatever you want to rank for, whatever you want to get traffic to from Google, you can do that with P1 port system. So here's exactly what you will discover when you log into the P1 port members area. So first and foremost, you get instant access to my entire high page rank private network with hundreds of high PR sites. So you can quickly push all your existing sites for top rankings in Google while expanding your profitability with new money sites. And remember, in the beginning, we talked about that 92% of people on this call has between 1 to 20 sites not getting traffic, not generating any results whatsoever. P1 port will solve the problem for all of those sites for you. You will get access to P1 port high page network, so you get unlimited syndications per day, so you can totally dominate rankings in your niche or any niche you choose. We don't limit how many posts you publish to P1 port every single day. It really depends on you, how much you want to do it, and how strategic you are about your rankings. You also get instant download of P1 Ace WordPress plugin, so you can connect entire Google ranking system with your site and start to seriously dominate P1 rankings in your niche. You can claim rankings for hundreds of keywords at the same time. P1 port and P1 Ace developer's license to make sure you can use it on websites you own, your customer websites, or you can even flip your sites for vast additional profits. Use P1 port system, rank your websites, sell them on Flippa, go back and rank another one. And that's a good business model you can implement right away. Even with the sites that are not ranking currently for you, but you still own them. You pay for domain and hosting for those sites. On top of that, you will get lifetime access to private, high-level P1 port mastermind, where you can network with like-minded people who are dedicated to make 4, 5, 6 figures with SEO. And this is unlike any other mastermind online. This is not a mastermind how to install a WordPress site. This is a mastermind where you can get the best strategic answers from me and other members that will push your site for maximum rankings on Google and will get traffic for you. As I said, this mastermind is about getting results. It's not about just kind of chatting about everything, right? It's really, really serious, and there are a lot of high-level people waiting for you inside, right? You also get excellent video documentation, so it doesn't matter what you have done before. With these tutorials, you will be able to take your site from nowhere to B1 on Google. So it doesn't matter what is your experience right now. I will make sure you get results no matter what, as long as you are willing to implement. You will get 12 months free updates and support for the software to ensure you can 100% focus on ranking sites and making money from that instead of anything else. So all of that is waiting inside of the P1 Port members area. So now the question that you probably have on your mind is this, okay? It's really good, right? But what's the price for all of this? I mean, all the high page rank networks and everything else. Just think about the value. The value for you to get unlimited access to P1 Port high PR network alone is worth thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, if you look at the done it yourself costs, a private blog network with just 7 high PR sites to rank one of your money sites would cost you 7 PR sites times $115. It's plus minus $805 setup. Then you have yearly maintenance of between 55 plus minus 50 sites per site, or sometimes even more. In total, it would be $385 per site. And in first 13 months, you would invest at least $1,190 per money site in order to get results, right? And John is saying my network costs $25,000. Exactly. We have spent about $100,000 right now on our network, which is technology plus sites itself, right? And that's what I mean. So technology on top of that, you need software and systems to run, protect, and manage your PBNs, because otherwise they are not going to work, right? So with P1 Port, you have unlimited access to entire P1 Port network with hundreds of high PR sites. So what's the price today? It's going to be $2,995.95. It could be, definitely, because I mean, hundreds of sites. If you would want to build those sites in order to rank between 1 to 20 money sites that are not currently making money for you, you would invest that money easy in order to get started, right? And as John just said, he has invested $25,000 in order to build his own network, right? So it's clearly the value is there, right? But obviously it's not going to be the price. How about $1,499.95? That's a little bit more than you would spend for one money site, PBN, right? So 7 sites. Remember we talked about the cost $1,190 per first year. But with P1 Port, you would get access to more sites, and you would be able to get more rankings, right? So obviously it's not going to be the price. I'm not going to charge that. So how about under $1,000? This is clearly a good price, right? It's below what you would spend for a single money site in order to build single money site PBN, right? Private blog network for a single money site. This is clearly less than that. So the quality is there. I'm not going to charge that money either. And what I will do something very special. So since you have invested in Traffic Elixir already, which makes life a little bit easier for you, I want to give you an exclusive deal, something you can't refuse, right? And what I will do, I will let you choose the package. So whatever level you are in, if you have 1 to 3 sites, you will know the level. If you have 4 to 10 sites, you will know the level. If you have 11 to 20 sites or more, you will know the level that is right for you. So the first level is the Get It Started level. And this is clearly for people who have a single website. So you can install P1 Ace with access to P1 Port on a single website. You get unlimited access to P1 Port high page rank network for 12 months. This is a great deal if you are starting out. Perfect. Totally, right? You get the growth package if you have more sites already and you are a bit more serious about your results. You really want to strive and make those 5 figures online. Then the growth package is for you. You can install P1 ACE with access to P1 port on up to 25 sites, right? And you get unlimited access to P1 port high page network for 24 months. So twice the time, and within 24 months, you can definitely rank anything you want, literally anything you want. So you can blast 25 sites every single day, get rankings for them, and make hundreds of thousands of dollars from that within 24 months, guaranteed. If you will execute the strategy, this is a perfect package for you. If you are serious in your business already and you have a bunch of sites that you want to rank and push on the first page of Google and literally dominate the niche, then the enterprise package is for you. You can install P1 ACE with access to P1 port on up to 100 websites. And best of all, you get unlimited access to my P1 port high page network for 36 months. So 36 months, you can blast your all sites to P1 port, and we will make sure you rank them on Google and get traffic. 100%, right? That's what we are striving for. That's why we build this technology. That's why we build the system, everything in place. So you have three packages. You can choose Get It Started package, where you can install P1 ACE in a single domain with 12-month access to P1 port high PR network. You can choose the Growth package, where you can install P1 ACE on up to 25 domains with access to P1 port high page network for 24 months. Or you can get the Enterprise package, where you can install P1 ACE on up to not just 50, 100 domains with 36 months access to P1 port high page network. And all you have to do to access them is go to yesimin.com/precious, and that's where you can choose the package and just sign up. And I will type the link in the chat box. So the link is in the chat box right now. You can go to yesimin.com/precious, choose the package and sign up right away. But just wait one more moment, because I want to give you something really, really powerful. So if you sign up for P1 port growth or enterprise level, in addition to access to P1 port high page network, P1 ACE WordPress software and training, P1 port mastermind, and a bunch of more things, right? I'm also going to give you growth and enterprise only bonus. So there is a bonus number 1, which is my on-page SEO mastery training course. This is a training course, $299.95 value, and it's a step-by-step video training program that will show you P1 keyword research secrets. So how to establish on-page relevancy for instant niche level rankings. I will show you P1 content optimization to squeeze out maximum ranking power before you build a single backlink. I will show you P1 on-page authority linking to make Google to put your website in good books, and much, much, much more. On-page SEO mastery is the best on-page SEO course there is. Absolutely the best. There is another bonus. If you sign up for the Growth or Enterprise, you get the bonus number 2, which is my Evergreen Syndication Networks training. And this is a $399.95 value training that will show you how to get sticky P1 rankings on Google for not just one, but hundreds of keywords at the same time, how to get instant authority traffic to your website, regardless whether it's a brand new site or it has been around for ages, and how to establish total niche dominance for serious traffic and profits. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, check this out. This is what Mike said. So Mike actually implemented this training, which was part of my Evergreen SEO suite. And in less than 90 days, I have over 50 Google page 1, position 1 keyword listings that are generating over 1,800 page views per month. And my client has doubled his highest month for online sales ever in the second month the site was live. In the second month, the site was live, right? This is amazing, amazing result. So go to yesimin.com/precious and sign up right away. Now, there is one more thing that I want to mention, and this is going to be exclusive webinar only bonus. It's not going to be available on recordings at all, right? It's not going to be available on recordings at all, so please pay close attention to what I will say right now. Look at the screen, because it's going to make everything much, much better. And remember, this is only because you are attending this webinar live. It's not going to be on the replay. We will cut it out from the replay, right? So if you are one of the first 50 customers to sign up for P1 Port Enterprise level, then in addition to the entire P1 Port system, plus on-page SEO mastery, plus ESN strategy training bonus, I'm also going to give you an exclusive P1 done for you authority package, right? P1 done for you authority package. What this is, so with P1 done for you authority package, which is $499.95 volume, real volume, you will actually spend that money for you. You get 2 brand new high PR websites in our network, PR3 Plus, tailored to your money site with permanent homepage backlink with your selected anchor text pointing to your money site. We will build 2 brand new high PR websites in our network, which is going to have Patreon 3 Plus tailored to your money site. So you will actually tell us what is your money site that you want to rank for, and we will build basically 2 sites for that, and we will add permanent homepage backlink with your selected anchor text pointing to your money site. Even more, we will create high-value social link wheel for your high PR sites in our network, and we will submit a press release to maximize your backlink authority. Literally, we'll create, this is like a ranking for you package that other people are charging as much as $500 per month. You will get that as part of the deal if you will be one of the first 50 customers who will go to smin.com/precious and will sign up for the enterprise level. So all of this means just one thing: instant view and free evergreen traffic. So go to smin.com/precious and sign up right away. You pick the enterprise level, then you will get this additional bonus, which has a massive value. And as I said, this is only webinar-only bonus for first 50 customers. We will take this out from recording. It's not going to be available on recording. It's available just right now for people who are fast action takers, who really want to maximize results and get serious about the business. So if you want to get serious about the business and get results, just go to smin.com/precious, sign up right away. You can see that the price is ridiculous. The price is ridiculous. If you take the enterprise level, you actually are paying less than $22.22 per month per website. Can you afford $22.22 per month? It's not actually per website, it's per month for entire 100 websites. I mean, that's just a crazy deal because you get access to all of this, right? So remember, we will cut this out from recording. It's not going to be available. You have time until we end this webinar. If you grab the enterprise level, you will get this exclusive bonus. So now just go to smin.com/precious, choose one of the packages, and remember, when you do choose, then you are 100% protected with my 30-day money-back guarantee. So sign up for P1 Port right now, and if for any reason or no reason at all you want your money back, just send me your request within 30 days of your purchase, and I'll give you every penny back, no questions asked. You have zero risk here. You can sign up right now, grab P1 Port, whichever level you want, and just lock in the deal, right? And remember, this is closing very soon. This is exclusive webinar offer only. P1 Port is not publicly available, and this special offer expires on Sunday, 6th of July at 11:59 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So make sure you sign up right now. And Danielle just posted that she or he is in for the enterprise level. Congratulations. This is an absolutely no-brainer deal. So make sure you sign up right away, because just choose the package. And remember, if you choose growth or enterprise level, you get these 2 powerful bonuses, which is on-page SEO mastery course and evergreen syndication networks training. You are totally protected with 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have no risk whatsoever. There is no risk whatsoever. Therefore, just go and choose the package right now. Just choose one of the packages right now and sign up right away. And I will be happy to answer all the questions in the chat box, so no question about it, right? So when I see a lot of people are signing up right now, So make sure you do the same. Andrew asking, is there a monthly fee? No, there is no monthly fee. This is a one-time payment, and you get access either to 12 months, to 24 months, or 36 months. It really depends on which package you choose. Somebody's asking about how much. Please just go to yesimin.com/precious. That's where you will see the price. You can see everything there. Andrew is asking, is it good for a total newbie that knows nothing? Well, you can definitely, you will definitely have some learning curve that you will need to overcome, right? But you can definitely do that, no question about it, right? So it's really about your dedication, how much you are willing to make 4 or 5 figures per month. This is really your goal. If this is really your goal, then you will get the results. So Cindy, just go to yesimin.com/precious and you will see the price and everything. Regarding the renewal cost, so somebody is asking about what happens after 12, 24 months, and 36 months. So here's the good news. You have the price lock for life, basically. So after 12 months, if you want to kind of renew everything, then you will just email our support, and we will give you the link for the same price that you will pay today. So there is no extra charge. So even if you will offer P1 port in the future for $2,000 or $3,000, if you are a customer already, then you will have the same price that you are buying before today. So there will be no price increase whatsoever. So make sure you sign up right away. Let me see some answers. Ken is asking, I just paid by my PayPal. It shows a different name than my real name. How can I adjust it? You will log in inside of the membership and you will be able to adjust your profile there. So don't worry about that. Ken is in. Great. Petra is asking, how long will it take to make money? Well, it really depends what you're trying to achieve. If you try to rank some affiliate sites, then I would say that 3 to 4 weeks is the minimum that is required in order to establish everything that we just talked about, right? This is not a miracle, right? This is not a gimmicks or anything like that. This is a real blueprint along with the technology and along with the high page network. So you have everything that you need in order to get results. So all you have to do is just follow the steps, ask me questions in the mastermind, and that's it. You will get results. Daniel, everything will be inside of the dashboard, so you don't worry about that. Philip is asking, so if I buy, I will not have to build my own private SEO network. Yes, that's what I'm saying. You will not need to do that. That's what this is for. Regarding the bonus setup, Ken, you are going to get an email. If you are one of the first 50 people, you will get an email, so don't worry about it. Catherine, if you don't have a money site right now, you will just be able to build it from the training that we will provide inside of the members area. That's why we are giving you the powerful bonus, which is on-page SEO mastery. So if you sign up for the growth or enterprise package, you will get on-page SEO mastery along with ESN strategy training, and that basically will cover everything that you need. Denise is asking, what has this got to do with what we purchased Traffic Elixir? So Traffic Elixir complements what you are getting here. So Traffic Elixir gets you just as far, right? So you can post to Google Plus communities, send money, get some investment back, and that's about it. But if you want to build an evergreen business, then you have to put some systems in place. And that's what P1 Port system is all about. It's about putting a making a system in place so you can build an evergreen business that is not just dependable on one software, and if you post something or if you don't post something, but it's really creates an evergreen income for you. That's what the system is about. Kari is asking, can you do this as a service also for Finnish sites and Swedish sites? First of all, we don't do it as a service at all. We just don't specialize in that. That's not where we have systems and processes in place. Regarding other languages, like in terms of backlinks, you can definitely generate backlinks for sites in other languages, but you need to post content in English, right? So you need to post content in English, but you can definitely generate backlink to the non-English website, right? Gary, I can guarantee rankings in any niche as long as you follow the blueprint. If you follow the blueprint and you implement everything, yes, I can guarantee you will get rankings. So no question about it. Whether it's an internet marketing niche, whatever niche you choose, it doesn't matter. But as long as you follow the blueprint, that's the part, which is very important. Roger is asking, when we have the Fiverr gig done to create 16 networks, do they use different email addresses for each account? No, they don't. They don't use different email address. They usually use the same email address. And you will need Fiverr gigs still if you have P1 port and P1As as well, because we are not creating accounts, social accounts for you at all.